Let's look at the reason why the keyboard input might be skipping. So what's happening when you see this phenomenon? Well, when you ask the user for input, the user sends information back into the program by typing something, then pressing enter. And the enter key is also a character that needs processing. Some methods of getting input, like nextInt, only get the next of the type found in the console, so it'll get the next number. But it does not read the enter key character, and that's still left in the console. So what can you do? To get around this, you need to clear the console after reading certain types of data. You do this by adding a call to console.nextLine. And this statement would be after reading the input. This extra line consumes the extra enter key character that's still stuck in a console. So for any of these methods shown here, like nextInt, nextDouble, nextBoolean, next, nextLong, nextFloat, basically anything that's not nextLine, it leaves the new line character or the enter keys character after capturing the int or the double or whatever. And so you can insert the console.nextLine in order to clear the enter key, which the user will have to type in to when they're finished typing the number. The type does not require extra care. Well, the method that requires no extra care is the call to nextLine. This is different. This method is different than the other methods that capture data. This one reads the entire lane from the keyboard, which does include the character that represents the enter key, which is how it knows where the end of the line is. You do not need to quote clear the console after using the nextLine method. Doing so will actually cause another problem. It will consume the very next bit of data, and we don't want that to happen. So burning the carriage return or the enter key can also be referred to as clearing the buffer. So let's look at an example that will skip some input. So we have a scanner at the top. We have a request for age, and so we stored age using nextInt. Well, now we're going to ask for a full name and call nextLine. Well, this is going to cause that anomaly of skipping the request for the full name. So basically, the user won't be able to see a prompt. They won't be able to type the full name in the console. And that's because when the user entered the number, they hit the enter key, leaving a return character or a new line character in the stream of keyboard strokes. And this one picks that up. And there's nothing between the age and that new line character. So this will literally return an empty string. So this is a case where we're going to have to remedy. So here's the fix. So all of this code is the same, except we've inserted this line right here. So after a call to nextInt, when there's this hanging enter key left in the user input stream, we're going to clear that out by calling nextLine. Then when we do a prompt for full name and request the scanner capture the next line, we will be able to capture the full name and everything will work well. And that's because we're entering, or we're putting this line console.nextLine into our code to take care of clearing the buffer. So next and nextLine, they both return strings, but they are a little bit different. Since name only grabs one word, it does not also capture the end of line character, that new line character. So we don't need to clear the buffer before we call next. So I hope this explains a little bit how to fix this problem if you experience some skipping in your code, and it's usually because you're mixing calls to scanner followed by a call to nextLine. So just be aware of that. Good luck.